MattCast podcast, episode number 99.
Oh shit, are we there?
We're at 99 right now.
Sheesh.
The Aaron Donald episode.
Sheesh.
First college playoffs, second round, some bowl games.
The pre-semifinals.
Yeah.
Or quarterfinals, excuse me.
We got the second round, the semifinals to cover in college football. Week 18, what a shitstorm.
For the most part, I think it was only really a shitstorm for like two teams. I think there's only like two teams that were like
that
really,
everybody's talking about.
Yeah. We could talk about a little bit of this Black Monday / Black Tuesday that we've been seeing.
Pete Carroll getting fired.
John Harbaugh getting fired.
John Harbaugh
He got fired today.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I'm surprised of all people you didn't know that.
I never saw it pop up across my feed.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen like 3 or 4 different reports about it.
Now, I did see John Harbaugh was talking to his agent, made a claim saying like they had multiple coaches hit him up after the loss, saying, "Hey, we're interested in you."
So I'm assuming you're talking about 35 minutes ago. John Harbaugh's agent tells Adam Schefter. He received calls from 7 teams expressing interest.
Yeah.
After he was fired. So that was kind of like where, and I'm assuming 7 is just NFL. Yeah. I'm assuming college is
college as well too. Now I saw in that headline it's just like in case he was fired. So I'm like, okay, he wasn't fired. But damn. Yeah. I did not know he was fired.
Which like that was gonna be one of the things I said was like you're looking at like those two. They need to change the scenery. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm still not even fully convinced that we're going to see Mike Tomlin next year.
Oh, yeah. Unless there's a Super Bowl. Again, I'm just saying.
I think I told you if they even make it to the Super Bowl, I'm paying you $50.
Yeah.
Either that or I told you if they win a playoff game, which I'm actually a little bit, like, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. I am actually kind of leaning Pittsburgh right now.
You better not, but I need this win.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a curse with me, which I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's you, and it seems like the betting odds too. If they favor Pittsburgh, we lose. And I'm just like, can we just have the betting odds against us every game? Like, for some reason, I need the Steelers to be an underdog every game for them to win.
Well, let's change gears. Let's get through college. Yeah. That's going to be such a short segment this week.
Pretty much in a lot of the bowl games this week, or last week, I should say.
Yeah, we covered I think 8 total games.
Yeah. Trying to find them up right now.
So we're talking about we had Pittsburgh, East Carolina, or was that last week?
Yeah, we had Vandy and Iowa.
Iowa. Honestly, like pretty exciting game. I think a lot of the country like to see Diego Pavia get sacked like 5 or 6 times, and then having all the clips of him going like, "Oh, if you want to win, you don't go to the Big Ten. You go
to the SEC."
Yeah, and then
get
teams.
Get beat by Iowa.
Don't get me wrong. Like I was surprised that Iowa hung 34 points.
I was surprised it was this high. Like if I bet, I would have never bet the over on this game.
Yeah.
Like, at all. And the fact that Iowa dropped 34.
And honestly, it could have been more because Iowa had an interception at the goal line, but it hit the receiver in his hands and it was tipped. And then Vandy came down with it, which I was like, damn. Honestly, heroic effort in the fourth quarter by Diego Pavia.
No, yeah, 100%.
But at the end of the day, like, honestly, Iowa was winning every phase of that game.
And like even the model too, it was like a couple point difference, and it was really a pick'ems on what you wanted to choose that whole game. And I think we both said it, like, if Iowa can hold them down, they're going to win this game. And we see it. They only scored 3 points in the first half.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much Iowa's standard for winning. Like, you just got to be ahead by a score or two going in the halftime, and then from there, it's fucking game over. Nebraska, Utah.
Did we cover that last?
Nope. That's this week. Well, we talked about it, yeah.
Oh, also, I'm on the wrong page for notes.
We were both wrong on Vandy.
Yep.
I was right on Utah. He was wrong on Nebraska.
Mhm.
Now, if the game was just the first quarter,
We had a great. I mean, we had a solid first quarter effort.
and fourth quarter, you guys scored
Nah, we're talking
8
about
points.
we're talking 8 points. Yeah, like that first quarter on our first two drives, like things were clicking and humming,
Yeah,
and then it was. Let me see here. What was it? 5 3-and-outs in a row, and then we went out on downs. We threw an interception, and then we scored a touchdown pretty
yeah.
much in garbage time. So now we are historically 4-1 on the Utes all time. So scoreboard.
Also, our picks for if we just did the bowl games, you would be at 500. I would be at 3-1. College football playoffs was a shit show.
Mm.
Just like you went 3-4, I went 4. I barely made 500. Model went 3-4 as well this week. It was just a Arizona State Duke. We both picked against the model and went with Duke.
Mhm.
We were right there. Alabama, Indiana. Our only college football playoff game we were correct on. The only one. 38-3. Not much to say other than that. Oregon, Texas Tech. Texas Tech got shut out 23-0.
Did we are you skipping over Michigan and Texas and just going straight to
Oh,
the
did I miss? Oh, Michigan, Texas. Yeah. Texas won 41-27. Wait.
we both picked Texas.
Yeah, we both picked Texas. I did watch the Oregon Texas Tech game.
Yeah, I watched all the games this week. I would say that like the one that probably got me out of my chair the most was Ole Miss Georgia.
Yeah. Absolute cinema.
More on that in a
Yeah.
minute. But man, like that that game was I'm trying to I don't know. I maybe what I thought, but in reverse.
Yeah. Yeah, I really thought Texas Tech defense would get a fumble
Mm.
or like force a fumble, get a couple interceptions.
Well, they got one interception.
They did.
Yeah.
Now, I will give this to Texas Tech. They did slow down the Oregon offense.
Dante Moria,
Yeah.
26 for 33, 234 yards, zero touchdowns, excuse me. And then for rushing, he was 10 rushes for negative 12 yards.
Yeah.
Which I was like, Jesus, that man was running for his
So, like,
life back there.
Texas Tech defense was doing everything they needed to do. Their offense was what?
Except for your boy Rodriguez. Like, he didn't get
No.
many stats in
No.
his way.
But, yeah.
I will say the Oregon's freshman, freshman Finney, he had
that
two
dude had 2
interceptions
picks.
and he had a fumble recovery.
Yeah.
Off of the Dickey fumble.
Yep.
So
Miami, Ohio State, I don't think we watched much of it at all because we were doing the New Year's Eve party.
oh, it was on, yeah. And I mean, I remember that the part that I had came back onto was Ohio State was starting to do their kind of comeback in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the fourth.
Third and fourth, yeah.
Because I think it was like at some point it was
17-7.
yeah.
And then you see 17-14, you're like,
Okay, they got a chance.
yeah.
Which, like, honestly, like I can't remember. Did we pick Ohio State?
We picked Ohio State.
Huh. Because like my thing is like the freshman quarterback, the true freshman quarterback in the playoff situation is probably not going to have as much experience as
Carson Beck. Yeah.
What is he, a super senior or a senior?
Yeah, super senior.
He's a 5 or 6 year guy because of COVID.
I think 6 year because of COVID.
Yeah. On his third team or so.
Yeah. Now the Ole Miss Georgia game.
I'll let you start.
Holy fuck! Like,
have you seen a more like chaotic ending to a game?
No.
Yeah, where they had to like basically tell him to get off the field like 3 different times. Like, hey, The game's not over.
Yeah. And I'm just like, from my looking at it, I'm just like, this just looks like they're trying to. Come on, Georgia. Come on, Georgia. We
Give Georgia a chance, please.
Pippin's out there paying off all the refs. Like, here, I don't want him to win.
But I say Lane Kiffin was probably not over there. He was probably in
No.
LSU.
What is that fucking
Kirby Smart
for?
losing his mind on the sideline.
Well, 21-12 going in the halftime. Was that field goals or missed?
I don't believe they were field goals.
Just missed PATs or 2-point.
I'm trying to remember.
Well, we can look at it.
Well, so I know Trinidad Chambliss.
Oh yeah,
He
it was
was
all
30
field goals in the first quarter. Yeah, and then a touchdown and a failed 2-point conversion.
Okay, that is what. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because I remember sitting there thinking, I was like, this is like really early to be doing.
Yeah,
this.
doing 2-point conversions, but also it's
I don't hate the idea of it because you're gonna think. Yeah, because they had just scored 7, so I was like, yeah, you're gonna make it like a full 1-score game.
Yeah. If you get that 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
then
it would be 14-7.
Yep, and then Georgia scored another touchdown.
Juan Lacey, he didn't have like a bad day. They were just handing him the rock. 22 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have that one fumble, which they're saying is like his injured shoulder arm is what looked to kind of cause that pain. And then Gunnar Stockton, 18 for 31, 203 through the air, 1 fumble, 13 for 20 on the ground, 2 TDs, and then they had that touchdown fumble.
Yeah.
Or fumble touchdown, excuse me. And then like the weirdest ending.
The weirdest.
Because what I'm trying to think back. It was so Ole Miss got a field goal and they kicked it off.
And they tried to do like the hook and ladder thing. And mind you, there's 50 seconds left on the clock.
It wasn't even really a hook and ladder. But okay, so that was the first thing is like I was sitting there thinking like, why would you bring this out?
Yeah.
It was 6 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing out this football? Like, I know it's not the NFL and you're not going to get to the 35.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, Auburn's going to win the football game. I get it. But you have 6 seconds. And, like, Gunnar Stockton, honestly, is not really a scrub. Like, give him a real chance.
Give him a real chance.
Opposed to, like, whatever they did, which is what they caught it on, like, the right side of the end zone. They came out. They tried to throw it all the way across the other end of the field.
Past the hash marks.
Yeah.
And then old boy who's supposed to get it is getting blocked.
Yeah, he got obliterated, which I believe is legal. Like, because it's not like he's
not a receiver or anything like that. Yeah.
Well, so it wasn't even getting like someone was blocking a Georgia player into that receiver.
Yeah.
And beep.
Yeah, everything's doing good here.
Yeah. Well, that was weird. Is everything still recording?
Yeah, everything's still recording. We're all good.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like throws it across the field.
It's revealed. Yeah.
Hits the pylon.
So it's a safety.
Yep.
There's 1 second. Well, so they think game's over. Everyone starts throwing the field. They're bringing out the trophy and the podium.
Yeah.
And then they're like, nope, we reviewed it. There's 1 second left, and Georgia has to kick the free kick for the safety.
Yeah.
And then
I never knew you could kick a onside kick on it. Why don't people do that more often?
Because you're setting, like, if you don't convert it, you're setting up the opposing team on.
That's fair.
It'd be like the 15 or 20 or something, you know, or like depending if they don't just sit on it, if they have weird bouncing, they try to run it in.
Also, I mean, like if they just taken a kneel in the end zone, they would have still gotten the ball back almost exactly or they would have had the ball.
What do you mean?
If Georgia just kneeled it in the end zone?
If Georgia just took the touchback and didn't try to do whatever they're trying to do. No, I agree. So then they kick the safety. the free kick from the safety, and a Georgia player recovers it. But I guess since the way he recovered it was like he was a downed player,
Yeah.
they technically get a second play,
Yeah.
which I did not know that was a rule. Where if they're a
Me
downed
neither.
player and if it's the opposite team, they get one more kind of play. Is it
Mhm.
so? And then I'm trying to remember what even happened after that. Was it like
And then Gunnar Stockton just tried to do. He threw an in the middle, just like
oh they
5 yard
tried to
out.
do
Yeah,
another like hook and
hook and
ladder
ladder,
type play? Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
that just was 20 seconds of just
Dude,
absolute like.
at that point, I was like, can the game just be fucking
Yeah,
over?
we all know this
Like,
isn't gonna happen.
can it just be fucking over? Like, I'm over this right now.
Oh, fuck!
What happened?
I think my camera went out actually,
Oh,
because I'm staring at you. Let me see if I can figure this out.
have you paused the recording? Will
Technical
that do anything?
difficulties.
So we're good.
Yeah, we're
Okay, we're
good.
back.
Yep.
Where did we leave off?
Yeah, the hook and ladder shit. Can this game just be over?
And Ole Miss won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost won. 39
Uh,
34.
so like, I think I'm. It's fair to say I was wrong when I think it was a couple weeks ago when we were first looking at the college playoffs, and I
We're like,
said there's no real Cinderella story.
mhm.
Ole Miss is my
Ole Miss is
Cinderella,
a Cinderella story.
and I hope they actually go on and they go and win it.
Part of me is just like, so I'm tired of hearing all this like SEC is the greatest shit.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want Ole Miss to win.
The hater in you.
Yeah, and then also the fact for like Notre Dame too. Like, I want Miami to win, just to be like, and you wanted Notre Dame over this team. This is like, that's my look at it.
No, I agree. I have my favorite. So I guess you want to get into the games?
Yeah. First off, I'm just going to tell you guys what the model says for these next two games. Miami is the favorite, very close. And Indiana is also the favorite. That one's even closer than Miami's.
Yeah. Bryce, I thought one of the games was.
No, sorry,
Bryce said that.
Indiana is like
a heavy favorite.
heavy favorite.
That's what I was gonna. I was
Yeah.
like, when the way I was reading it,
But then Miami,
and
Ole Miss
are pretty close.
pretty close, and like they don't have a single tie between them. And some of them were fairly close with each other. That like if it
Now you do have some stats on there that are a little misleading. So you have on there that Ole Miss has 11 interceptions.
yes,
You know that's between two quarterbacks, right? Chambliss has only thrown 3 interceptions.
okay,
So that like Simmons has thrown the other.
yeah,
That was one of the things that I was looking at when I was looking at this because I know they were bouncing around between
yeah.
quarterbacks.
Well, and like this is one of those things where like
You can't always.
yeah, I can't. Well, I probably could if I was spend a little bit more time deep diving into it,
Sure.
but
I mean, when we're looking at this game, so on ESPN right now, Ole Miss is the slight betting underdog. They're plus
Yeah.
150. Miami is minus 180. The spread is 3.5, which I think is pretty fair. And then the over under is 52. I'm going over.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
definitely going to
going
go over.
over that for sure. If I was a betting guy. Now, if we're looking at points per game, which this is a thing I got from the model, but you don't have a points against per game.
Yeah.
So I went in ahead and got that. So Miami's points per game is 31.6 average between the 14 games they play this year. The points against per game is 13.1, and their turnover ratio is 12.
Yeah.
That one was one of the things I was looking at, and I was like, "Holy buckets! That is a fucking stat right there."
But yeah, like Miami's defense is
and when you're
rock
looking
solid.
when you're looking across the page, Ole Miss is 37.6 points a game, and their points against is 20.4.
Yeah.
Their turnover ratio is 0.
Mm-hmm. They're completely even on the year.
Yeah. When you're looking at the defenses, so Miami has 16 interceptions for 306 yards. Ole Miss has 8 interceptions for 28 yards.
Yep. Do with that information as you will.
Yeah. Now I don't know what it is, but I think Trinidad Chambliss has like a ton of heart.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I don't see him being a reason that he loses this game. He
Yeah.
doesn't turn the ball over a lot.
No.
Carson Beck has thrown 10 picks on the year. So I'm looking at, but here's the thing, I don't think it's going to be on a defense like Ole Miss's.
No.
So it's really hard for me to choose because I feel like my head wants to go Miami, but my heart is going Ole Miss.
And honestly, like these games are so hard to pick at this point of the year.
And the thing is too that I was looking at it. So Ole Miss has lost their offensive coordinator, besides their head coach, their offensive coordinator, their running backs coach, their receivers coach, their tight ends coach, their slot receivers analyst, and their quarterback analyst.
Yep.
Those are all offensive pieces that have left. And really, like when you're looking at how they played last week, it did not reflect on the offense, all those people leaving. So I don't want to say that the coaching staff behind it is really good to like, but I think the coaching that has been done is really good. I just don't know if the game plan.
Say what coaches are left hadn't learned
Yeah.
from the other coaches, like, hey,
but on the same level as Kiffin and Weiss and all the other cats. So I'm going Ole Miss because you know what? If I want to go out on the Cinderella story, I'm fine with it.
And like that Cinderella story, because I was sitting there on my drive, stuck in that traffic, just sitting there like thinking like, fuck am I going to pick?
When I was looking at the 3.5 point, I was like, dude, I can 100% see a game-winning field goal.
Yeah. And like
last second game-winning field goal.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I don't imagine like this is a shootout. I think it's going to go over that 52 points.
It's going to be 3-point difference. And if it's an absolute blowout, I will be
shocked.
I will be stunned.
Yeah.
I don't see it being a 3-point or like at most maybe 6-point difference. At most.
So a touchdown or less.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, not even touchdown. Like, well, I guess if they missed a field goal or a 2-point conversion, but
sure.
I was just thinking like maybe 2 field goals.
Sure. Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Not so much a touchdown, but because I do that thing where when I hear touchdown, I automatically just go 7 points in my head. I don't think 6 plus a PAT.
Yeah.
So when you say touchdown or less,
well, if you ask, what is his name? Chris Boswell.
Yeah.
He will tell you PATs are not a guarantee.
Yeah.
But you can still miss them and win a game.
Yep. Because a priest blessed that side of the field.
Yeah, we'll get into that. That was ridiculous. Oregon versus Indiana.
This one, I'm married to the model this week. I'm picking Miami and Indiana.
I'm also picking Indiana.
I love Kurt Signetti. Don't get me wrong. I love Dan Lanning too.
I love Dan Lanning. I like it. Honestly, hurts because I think for most of the season I was saying that Oregon was going to be my team that's going into the championship game. So Oregon is very the exact same odds, more or less. 3.5 spread. Indiana's the -180 favorite. Oregon's the +150 dog. Spread again is 3.5, and the over/under is 46. This is my under game because that's usually how they operate.
Like, what was the last game like between
October 11th? So, Indiana won 30-20.
Yep.
Indiana dominated time possession. They had 33-26. They were better on third downs. They were 5 for 14. Oregon was 3 for 14. But the thing that I will always give Oregon is they are the gutsier team. They went for it they went for it 4 times on fourth down. They made 3 of the conversions. Indiana only went once and they did not convert. And Indiana honestly did better in the passing game. They had 215 to Oregon's 186. The rushing yards were better, and the turnover difference, it was in favor of
Mhm.
Indiana. I expect a very similar game, honestly, and I expect the same outcome.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm picking Indiana.
It's also one of those things too where
But I
like
would love to be proven wrong.
I sit there and think like it's very hard to beat the same team twice in a year, especially in your own division or own conference.
Yeah.
And you guys were 2-3 in your conference going in the Big Ten championship.
Mhm.
That's very tough. Like they're
Who's,
only
who's 2-3 in their conference?
Oregon was number 2, and then
Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
sorry. I thought you meant like
I
either
should
one
have
of
said
the.
ranked.
That's
Yeah.
I was like, are you telling me Oregon was 2 and
No,
3 in
no,
conference
no,
play? Because I'm
no,
telling you
no.
that's wrong. They only
Yeah.
lost one game this year.
And it was to Indiana.
It was to Indiana, yes.
And Indiana beat Ohio State. Whooped up on Alabama.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also just Kurt Signetti, just like him, sad face. Like he could have the birth of his child. And
I've
just
seen
like,
those memes.
yeah.
I've seen those. I think didn't you make one?
I made one too, but it was a Philip River or not Philip, Michael Phelps. It was
Yeah.
just sitting there like,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be what the Thursday game is Miami Ole Miss. Let me double check myself. January 8th. Yeah, Thursday, Miami Ole Miss. Friday's game, Indiana, Oregon.
Mhm.
Gonna be a wild one to watch. Both
Mhm.
of those two. Which leads us into, well, I should tell you guys our record so far. I'm currently at 43-21. You're at 40 or 36-28, and the model is at 40-24.
Mm.
Now, I will say, I think your record would have been a little bit better if when like all the Nebraska losses
Mm.
towards the end.
Mm.
I'm not talking shit or anything, but it's just like you had faith in your team.
Feels like it. Like
I'm trying to give a props
so.
up, but
Anyway, as we transition into
we get
NFL,
Panthers lost to the Bucks.
which set up the
Well, yeah.
we'll get into that.
49ers lost. We were both wrong on the 49ers. I had the Falcons, you had the Saints, and I was right on the Falcons. We both had the Bengals. Both had the Packers, both had the Cowboys. All were wrong. We were right on the Jags, Texans, and Bills. We're wrong on the Bears. I was wrong on the Chargers. You were right on the Broncos. We were both wrong on the Chiefs, which I don't know how that happens.
That was a game that I was like, honestly,
Yeah.
Either one of them can lose.
Yeah, there'll be no difference. The Rams won, the Patriots won. We were both right on those. Eagles, we were wrong on them. I had the Steelers and you had the Ravens.
Which is funny because, like, have you seen most of the internet interact? Like, they keep saying the better team lost,
Yeah,
and I agree. Like,
I
the
know.
better team lost.
The black and gold is the best team in the North. All right. But yeah, the Panthers Bucks, that game. Now, if the Panthers had won, would they just
It was a win in it.
okay? Yeah.
The Buccaneers needed the win, and then they needed the Saints Falcons game to go in favor of the Saints.
Yep.
So, which is funny too, because people are looking at it as like if they would have won over the Jets, which I believe was the Jets' only win, they would have been representing the NFC South.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, that, like, you don't want to be that team that relies on another team to do your work for you.
Yeah.
And it sucks, honestly, like to see
Baker Mayfield.
I was gonna say that just the whole Buccaneers team, how how hot they were the first 6 weeks of the season, and how high everyone was up on them, and how Baker Mayfield was leading the MVP talks, and then it just came to a screeching halt. Yeah.
Honestly, I think it was after that Texans game is when things kind of started falling apart for them.
Well, I think it's a thing of a bunch of different things because you had Mike Evans go out twice. You had Chris Godwin, he was out and then he came back. Ibukam was like he was hot, and then I think he did get an injury, and
Yeah.
then after that he just never really came back.
Tez Johnson was hot for a few weeks, then fell off.
The running game really wasn't special between Bucky Irving or Rashad White after
Even then,
Ibukam
Bucky
went
Irving
down.
was out for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their defense, like, as close as games that they kept, they couldn't do everything for them.
No.
So it sucks, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Seahawks 49ers. You were watching that game.
Mhm.
I wasn't really paying attention to it much. But Seahawks won 13-3.
This was your birthday.
Yeah, this was my birthday.
Mhm.
We were playing Modern Warfare 2.
I think we were playing Halo
Oh, okay.
when the game
Yeah.
was going on.
Yeah.
We had a little LAN party for his birthday.
Yeah.
Honestly, mostly on the backs of the Seattle defense.
Yeah. Because Sam Darnold, 20 for 26, damn near perfect. 198 yards, but no touchdowns. All on the defense. And then the Saints Falcons. Yeah, we kind of talked about it, like who needed what to get in.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
similar things when it was the who was it? Was it the Ravens saying like, oh, like they were praising the Browns and we're like, we didn't win this for you.
Yeah.
It's
It was
kind
like,
of similar vein.
yeah. My favorite thing that came out of this game was all the clips of Baker Mayfield watching this game as like an actual fan,
I
like
didn't.
stressing.
I heard about that. Like his girlfriend was recording him or something.
Yeah,
The thing I saw was like I guess a couple weeks ago, whenever the Falcons and the Buccaneers played each other, Kirk Cousins went over to like Baker Mayfield. Goes, all right,
go in the South,
go in the
and then
South,
proceeds to fucking kick him out of the South.
It's like what an absolute fucking like mind fuck. Like this guy's telling me to go win it. I try.
Yeah, I try. Browns Bengals, Joe Burrow, 29 for 39, 236 yards, 3 TDs.
What's your opinion on the Myles Garrett sack thing? Where like everyone said like it's I've seen it kind of split where they were like delaying the game purposely.
Yeah, to celebrate Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Which I can see both sides, honestly. It'd be one thing if like the refs said like pregame, like, hey,
I don't even
or
think
like if some official said like,
I don't
hey,
even think you can do that though. Because like
they've done it for
was it
somebody before.
but was it in can you look
It was in the fourth quarter
but I'm sorry, like where was this game held?
in Cincinnati.
That's the thing for me.
Yeah.
Is if it was in Cleveland, that makes a ton of sense.
Mhm.
Pardon me, because
But not so much in Cincinnati.
no, they don't want to fucking take time to recognize that shit.
No. They're just like,
and that's like, apparently Zach Taylor's like, hey, we wanted to be on the ball, we want to get going, and the refs were holding it like, hey, no, like, you
do your
can.
thing. Yeah.
Like my thing is like the stance I have on it is like give Myles Garrett his flowers.
Yeah.
But we also need to have the same level when it comes to when it comes to like taunting and excessive celebration. Like there's guys getting penalty, like Puka Nacua got a penalty for taunting for flexing after you got a first down.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's where it needs to like be.
Someone needs to figure out the standard.
Yeah.
And actually follow it.
And I guess like if it was an idea that the refs were going to do, which I doubt they had the plan of doing it. And it was kind of like a spur of the moment situation.
Yeah.
But regardless, I mean,
23 sacks in a season.
Yeah, impressive.
Even
though
Joe Burrow kind of fell.
Well, even the 22.5 sack before that he got to tie the record wasn't even. It was one of those ones you're like, why the fuck is he getting credit for that sack?
Yeah,
because I believe he was taken down by another guy, and the other, like Myles Garrett just came up and touched.
He touched his like shoelace, and like, that's a half point.
Anyway,
yeah,
Shador Sanders. Honestly, like I'm hating on the guy less.
Yeah, a little bit less. I kind of related to how Caleb Williams was last year.
I think the thing that helped is I wasn't seeing as much of him in the media.
Yeah,
that helped me a ton. Whereas like,
well, and like I think I said it too earlier this year. We're like, or we've said it multiple years. Like we want these players to do good, but the fact that like the media is just shoving it down our throat
over every little thing.
is annoying. We said it about Caleb Williams, and now he's doing phenomenal.
Mm.
He's one of the least accurate quarterbacks of all time, but like he's still winning. He's in the they're number 2 in the NFC or number 3. Bears.
Yeah, they're the number 2 seed.
And so like he had a huge glow up. We're seeing the same thing or same growing up.
How much are you putting that in Ben Johnson?
A lot more in Ben Johnson. But we are starting to see that same growing up with Shadur Sanders that we saw late in the season last year with Caleb Williams.
I'm interested what they do with the head coach situation.
Yeah.
Do you think we see Coach Prime? That's a real question, dude. I swear to God. I'm not putting it out of the realm of possibility. And the fact that I haven't really seen it out there anywhere yet, I'm going to say it like I'm the first guy who's really gone like, oh God.
Is Coach Prime coming to Cleveland?
Dude, I'm not saying I'm from the future, but I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to fucking bet a lot.
Maybe not this year. I think his contract goes till this year for Colorado.
But don't you think they're gonna try to do a buyout?
Maybe. But honestly, it's a definite
I'm putting like if we're playing roulette and that's like red, I'm putting like not my whole stack, but I'm putting like probably like 2 stacks on it. Like that's a kind of safe bet.
Yeah. Here's a couple hundred.
Yeah.
It's just like if I had $1,000 and I put a couple hundred on Shadur Sanders going to the Browns.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hit. Not mad. Packers, Vikings.
Packers rested a lot of their players
before.
Because like I was looking at this game and I was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't watch it. And so I was like, what the hell? And then I was like, oh, God, they rested.
Everybody's rested.
Because I think they were locked in on that 7 seed.
They're pretty much everything was locked in except for like
whoever was going to win the South.
Yeah. And then even then in like the West, it was just like who's going to be number 2 and who's going to be number 5, or who's going to be number 3 and who's going to be number 5.
Did we both pick the Cowboys over the Giants?
We did.
That is weird. I feel like sitting here in retrospect,
we were sitting there and so like they do got some white motion going on with Jackson Dart. You made a comment about Jackson Dart,
but then I decided to settle on the Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because I don't. Anyway,
yeah. Titans still lost to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
41-7. Not a pretty sight to see. We'll just go on past that one. The Colts quarterback made this kind of a challenge.
The rookie quarterback, too.
First
game.
21 for 34, 270 yards, and 2 TDs. Kept it pretty competitive with the Texans, 38-30.
Then did you see Alec Pierce get ejected?
Yeah, for the softest fucking...
I've never seen anything like that before. I've seen, honestly, people stay in the game for worse.
Yeah.
I've never seen, like, someone get ejected for less like that.
Yeah, like, literally his arm bumps.
All he was doing was just expressing himself. He wasn't trying to intimidate, or he just was like, explaining the situation, and he just happens to... Because I think the guy was walking, too, so he just, like, did that, and it just rubbed up against the guy's back, and it's like, bro.
Yeah, like, it's just like, you are intimidated by this white boy who's 5'10", 5'11".
Hold up. Like, he is an athlete. Don't disrespect him for being a white wide receiver. Like, let's not do that. He is an athlete.
Probably has a 700 credit score.
I have a 700 credit score. I got more than 700 credit, but...
All right. No need to brag. All right.
What are you at? Are you less?
Yeah, I'm less. I never had a credit card until like 4 years ago.
I got mine.
I've been building it up now. So I'm now like almost there. I'm getting there.
I get mine. I think I got mine when I was 21, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was 23. Yeah. Yeah, I was 23. Yeah.
Anyway. It's not important.
It's not important.
But yeah, the Texans, like, to me, I was like, is this a trap game for the Texans?
I was sitting there too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Or did they just kind of like, but then I was like, no, CJ Stroud played. And I think that was like kind of one of the more points that the Texans defense had kind of given up, especially like giving up like every quarter they were scoring.
Yeah.
Now I haven't watched any like a lick of that game. I was just more just kind of like reading the stats.
Pretty much the only game I watched was the Steelers game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only one I truly cared about.
Were you surprised that the Lions beat up on the Bears one last time?
A little bit, but also not really. Because in my heart, I wanted to pick the Lions, but I was sitting there like the Bears are going to win this. But then I realized about halfway through, I'm like, a lot of these games, the teams I picked are benching their starters,
Probably, yeah.
and I'm like, we should have.
Did they bench Caleb
I believe
Williams?
they did.
Who's the quarterback even in? It's
Oh
Caleb
no, Caleb
Williams.
Williams. Huh.
Filthy casual. I was like, it's like, wait a minute. I
Well,
could have sworn to God that he got a pass or he threw a pass to Colton
I
Loveland.
didn't watch it. I was just like you, where
Yeah.
it's like I kind of looked at the scores on ESPN.
Yeah. Is that a text or a phone call?
Carnell Tate leaving school and declaring for the NFL draft.
Who's that?
One of Ohio State's wide receivers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If it was the other one, what's his name? It's not Jeremiah Love. Was it Jeremiah Smith?
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith.
Like he would,
Yeah.
I would expect him to.
Yeah. Chargers benched everybody and lost to the Broncos 19-3. They were already locked into that sixth place spot though.
And the Broncos were playing for, but I
Yeah.
thought
Broncos were playing for first place.
if I remember right, Justin Herbert did play.
I don't think he did.
I thought he did for a little bit, and I thought they took him out.
It was Trey Lance.
Well, hold
Trey
on.
Lance started that game.
Go to the box score.
Trey Lance.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. You know who watched this game? My girlfriend watched this game because she doesn't watch. So I feel like I can say this without like her knowing I'm making fun of her and her friend. But her friend went to the game
Mm-hmm.
and she asked my girlfriend to watch the game
Mm-hmm.
and tell her if she saw them on television. And I was like, honey, you know how many people go to those games? And you know how
Rare.
often they show the crowds during those games? Like, unless they have like a sign
And they're
or
in
like,
the front row ish.
and they have like a super like specific, like they're like,
outfit.
oh, they're wearing matching hats.
Yeah.
Oh, honey. Like,
honey.
okay. Yeah. Watch
Sure.
the game. Let me know. And then
Yeah.
of course, I'm getting a million texts like, what does this mean? What does that mean? Like, even when my
Yeah.
mom was over, like, I don't know if you noticed, the whiteboard was over in the living
Mhm.
room because she was asking me, like, okay, they said a screen and a bubble screen. Like, what's the difference? And I was like, thinking
You
of
pull up
ways.
X and O.
I was thinking of ways to like talk it to her, and I was like, I can only show you.
Yeah.
Let me, because I was like, I can say words,
Yeah.
but the
But
words might just go dink and
Yeah.
come right on out. So
Yeah.
I drew it for her, and she goes, "That makes a lot of sense."
Mhm. Yeah. Chiefs lost to the Raiders 14-12. Did not watch this game at all.
Oh yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll got fired afterwards anyway.
Yeah. Rams won over the Cardinals 37-20.
Slow start for the Rams.
I
But
did watch
honestly,
this one and I was like,
they picked it up,
Yeah.
which like I kind of expected.
I wasn't like watching. I was just kind of like doing shit on my phone while I
Yeah.
had the game on. And
Because honestly, we knew like this is a game that like we could have sat and been, I think the number 6 seed, but that would
Yeah.
either require going to Philly
Mhm.
or Chicago.
yeah.
Or if we would have won the game, then we would have been going to Carolina.
Yeah.
So I think we all knew we wanted that, which all 3 of those games would have been rematches from
Mhm.
earlier this, like, because we lost to the Eagles, we split with the Niners, and then we lost to the Panthers. But if we're being honest, and as a objective fans, there's an easier path
Yeah.
of resistance. And going through Carolina would maybe be that path.
That easier path. Yeah. Dolphins Patriots. Travion Henderson, first 3 plays of the game.
Yeah.
Touchdown. Like, what was it? Like a 40, 50-yard touchdown? I think he handled the ball all 3 times on that first drive.
Was it Stevenson or
No, it was not Ramondre.
I say Ramon?
Travion Henderson.
Okay.
9-yard run, 56-yard run.
They're shouting out. They must
Yeah.
have just ran a ton of. How many yards did they get on just on the rushing? Because they have 457 total yards. Go up to the box score for me.
Yeah.
So about 200. Oh, Joshua Dobbs got some playing time.
Oh, the MILF hunter, Zach Wilson, got in too.
Yeah, and he killed it 0-2. I honestly forgot he was a player. I'm
Me
not even
too.
gonna
I was
lie.
sitting there like thinking about it. Like I was thinking back to when Aaron Rodgers first started. I remember watching that Bills game where like Aaron Rodgers goes down 2 plays in. And I'm like, dude, I just farted.
Dude, okay, hold on. Can we say this on air? How much was a little baby of Connor during your birthday when like I farted? And he was like, and I was like, bro, nobody else is reacting. Like, I'm not saying my shit don't stink, but like,
I was sitting there like I smelled worse.
I was like, I don't even smell
I
it,
think
dude.
what was funny was that you just lifted up your leg, sitting right next to Connor with your right leg, and he's to your right.
Yeah.
A little bit disrespectful.
So first of all, I didn't even lift up my leg. I don't lift up my leg when I fart. I just tooted. Like
Yeah.
I was just playing a game and it happened.
Yeah.
There was
You
a
did-
second time where I lifted up my leg and everyone thought I farted, and I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. But even then, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're
You're a grown up.
yeah, like, but like nobody else. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
shut
We
up.
all thought it was funny.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Commanders Eagles while I take a leak?
I really didn't watch it, but
So
I knew the big controversy was that like the Eagles like they could have played and gotten the higher seed, but they elected to sit and to just be content with playing. I believe they're playing the 49ers now. So who they would have played? Oh, they would have played the Packers. Honestly, maybe in hindsight, I should have just but I get it, you don't want to hurt your players or anything. Um and yeah, McKee, I believe was the guy's name. Um, he's getting reps. Good on him. The Commanders aren't like the worst team in the world to like get out there for because I think he was the same guy. Was it last year when they sat all their players and he played against the Giants, if I'm remembering correctly? Tanks Bigby was getting some good rushes. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those games like you're not. And I mean, they sat a lot of their people, and a lot more people are coming back to help them kind of in this playoff push. Like I know Lane Johnson's coming back, and then um, who was the other guy? Dallas Goddard, I think, was coming off of a concussion. Um, and yeah, I mean that one lady, I don't remember her name, like Stacy Takes or something. The huge Eagle fan. I saw the clip of her going around just like losing her absolute mind over the game because they decided to sit their. Sorry. No, you're fine. But yeah, we basically just summed it up. If you want to talk about Ravens Steelers,
what a game.
pretty
What
good.
a game to watch.
Pretty good
Like
game.
for a Sun, it was very hard for me to go to sleep after that game.
A better second half than
Yeah.
like the first half is like, okay, well, this is
Yeah. It's what, 10-3 going into halftime.
mm.
And we failed on a 4th down conversion.
Well, they should have just went for a field goal.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they didn't.
I don't know either. Would have saved a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Especially in the late game now. But
Because Boswell missed from what, 47? And then he missed the PAT. So I mean, maybe that like led into it. Maybe they knew that like Boswell was either having issues, and I know Heinz. It's not Heinz Field anymore. What's it called?
Atchester Stadium.
Yeah, I want to call it Heinz Field. Just
Yeah, it's Heinz Field.
Yeah,
Everybody calls it Heinz Field.
like I know that there is one of like when you're kicking at a certain end of the end zone.
The grass is a bit.
Well, it's just like the wind comes in from the river, and it's so much harder to kick. So like maybe that played into it. I don't understand John Harbaugh's fucking mind where Derrick Henry is running
126 yards
in the first
total.
half, and then the second half you only give him what, like 5 carries?
Yeah, that go nowhere too.
Hello,
Yeah, it's just like
maybe don't give up on the run game.
yeah, it's just like
Which, don't get me wrong, Lamar played out of his fucking
he
mind.
looked like his
Those
MVP seasons
those
and
last
everything.
2
Yeah,
drives, dude, he was playing
I was sitting there like,
crazy.
oh my god, we're about to lose to Lamar Jackson. Finally getting hot, and then they're going to go into the playoffs and win the Super Bowl because Lamar Jackson hit his peak at the right time.
I knew for both of these teams they're looking one and done
Yeah,
potentially, but I mean, fucking who was it? Pat Frymuth was like
yeah.
coming alive, and then
Alvin Austin too.
yeah,
Adam Thielen.
yeah,
I'm like, oh
and
my
then when
god,
it
it's
came
about time our other receiver started.
and so what, it was like a minute and a half left. Ravens go down and score, and then with 50 seconds left, the Steelers score,
Yep,
and then
go for the PAT, the Calvin Austin touchdown,
mhm,
and like literally, Aaron Rodgers like looks at Calvin Austin like, what do you want to do?
yeah.
And he's like,
Well,
well,
because they're
what?
having problems with the helmet, so
Yeah,
they had to take off the helmet like twice, and
yeah. And like my favorite thing, I saw this post is that like someone Calvin Austin told a reporter that like in that last huddle before the touchdown, Aaron Rodgers was like, "Hey man, what do you want to do? Never done that before." It was like, "Hey man, what route do you want to run?" And he's like, how would you run a hitch or like a stutter step go?" And he's just like, "Okay,"
Hmm.
and then stunts the defender, makes him
hold up,
slip.
hold up. I definitely think he slipped. I don't think he had anything to make him come out of his shoes.
I don't, nothing to get out of his shoes, but definitely caused a slip.
I think it was more of the field than
Nope, I'm
anything.
calling it.
You can. That's just the delusional Steelers fan in you.
Exactly.
Like, and then Chris Boswell, who had already missed from 47, shanks a PAT, which is like incredibly rare.
And he hasn't done that since 2021. No, 2021.
Mm,
He hadn't missed. No, fuck, it was even later. 2018.
mm.
He hadn't missed the PAT since 2018.
And then Lamar's moving back down the field. Zay Flowers has some good
Even their
receptions.
kickoff return, 45 yards, and I'm like,
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, "Damn!" And then I'm rage baiting Matt. I'm like, "Dude, good lead you have there. It'd be a shame if you blow it, right?" And
and like
he doesn't respond. I'm like, "Oh, I know he's pissed. I know he's like watching this like angrily, like just I don't want to fucking like we have this lead."
I'm doing my thing where I sit at the edge of my seat like
Mhm,
this, and I always do this all the time. I just put my
mhm.
t-shirt up over my nose. I'm just like,
Because that PAT would have made it like a 3-point game for a tie,
yeah,
and like you have Isaiah Likely make the craziest catch
craziest catch.
over. Was it? No. It wasn't over Jalen
It
Ramsey. I
was
think.
over Herbig,
Yeah.
and Jalen Ramsey jumped too early.
Yeah. And it sets up a rookie kicker,
Yep,
Tyler Loop, after you cut the greatest kicker of the generation,
or some allegations.
and he goes down and he misses it wide right.
Yep,
And like yeah, so okay, let's talk about the play before that because there was like 11 seconds,
yep.
and I get it. You have no more timeouts.
Nope.
But Lamar is honestly doing pretty good. Why do you kneel down there and not try to take at least one more shot at the end zone
Or
or
just get
try
closer.
try one more
Yeah.
shot on the sidelines?
Yeah.
Why go for a kneel
Yeah. Why not get 10 yards closer or something like that?
which I think if I remember right, they had one timeout left.
Yep.
Because they did the kneel and then they timed out with 2 seconds left.
Yep.
Why not try to get a little closer? I know, Captain Hindsight, quarterback chair in it.
I'm just
asking you.
happy.
Oh yeah.
Like for me, I'm like, I'm glad.
Mm.
You know, if they kept it on the hash initially, would have made it instead of centering him up.
Mm.
And they center him up, and he goes wide right.
I don't even know if they put him on the left hash that would have done anything, man. He missed it by quite a mark.
He did, but also just like I don't know. There's always that. I guess I'm looking at it from the Ravens' perspective. We're just like, should have just left it over there, man. Shouldn't have fucked with it. And you also take it a little back a little bit farther. That's one more extra yard that it could have been closer.
But yeah,
Apparently, a priest. I told you this a little bit in pre.
I saw.
Yeah, a priest went out there on the side that Tyler Loop was kicking the field goal and was throwing holy water on the field. And I'm just like, I saw that, looked at the comments, and it's like a Steelers page comment.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, that's awesome. Thanks. Now do it to Aaron Rodgers next week. Chris Boswell's leg.
Mhm.
TJ Watt's ribs.
Yeah.
Mike
Probably.
Tomlin,
You're,
every
I
single
mean,
sideline.
they're not getting another home game for the rest of the season.
I think they host
Oh, because they won the fucking
yeah,
Oh my
they
god.
host the Texans.
Yeah, that's I forgot that since they won the North, they get to host.
Yep.
Same thing with like Carolina. The 8-9 team is hosting a playoff
Mhm.
game. You're just like,
Yeah. So our finals for this season, I was 168 of 103. You are the champion for this year. In your picks at 107 and 101. I did worse compared to last season, which I was 176 for 92, and you did substantially better, 158 for 115.
thanks, buddy. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think of because on this last week we split.
Yeah.
Um, you needed the 2 games to tie it up, which I think we only had like we could have
We had
only
4 splits.
did we have 4 splits? I thought we
Yeah.
had
Bucks, Panthers, Bucks, Saints, Falcons,
Ravens,
and
Steelers.
Ravens, Steelers, and Chargers, Broncos.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then we split on those.
Yeah. So we stayed at the same spot we were last week, or like at least gap wise
Yeah.
of 2 scores. And I guess, I mean, we'll just track the wins losses for playoffs for shits and gigs.
Hmm.
Just see how we do. Speaking of which, Rams Panthers Saturday, 3:30 game.
Tell them where we will be.
We're gonna be in Ames, Iowa for my birthday present.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You want to get a little bit more into
We're
that?
going to a basketball game against Oklahoma State in Hilton Coliseum.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is your brother gonna be able to join us?
He might be able to come down and join us.
Yeah.
My aunt is not going to be there.
Mm.
She said it's pretty hard to get tickets, which
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Yeah. My brother said at least he'd try and see if he can get down there, or at least like hang out with us before or after the game or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rams Panthers. I already know your answer. I know my answer.
So let's break this game down a little bit. So this is a rematch from week 13. Right now the odds are honestly, I think it's a little disrespectful to have a 10.5 spread on this game.
Mm-hmm. Especially in the playoffs, where
Taking it. I think that's the highest.
the next closest one is 4.5.
Yeah. The Rams are a minus 550 favorite with their MVP quarterback.
Not confirmed yet.
Not confirmed yet, but like,
After the divisional round is when voting stops.
which I think like
Yeah.
it's like I know Matt Stafford had the bad week 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
but when you look at everything else that he's done all season,
Yeah.
in like the competition, Matt Stafford is
Yeah.
the better QB. And then like I don't know,
You can we could ramble on about it because like
So
there's arguments. Yeah.
the Panthers are a plus 410 underdog. I did the points per game. Points per game, the Rams average 30.5. Their opponents are about 20.4. The Panthers average 18.3 points a game. Their opponents 22.4.
Yeah.
The turnover ratio for the Rams is they are plus 11. The Panthers are minus 2. And then when you're looking at 1-score games for the season, I just did the Panthers. They are 7-3 in 1-score games. Out of their 8-9 season,
Yeah.
most of their wins come down to 1 score. Now, the only team that they like, so if you're like, well, okay, if that's 7, what's the 1-8? The 1-8 one that they did was they had 30-0 on the Falcons
Yeah.
in like week 3 or 4 or
Mhm.
something like that. So we go back in time to week 13. Stafford was 18 for 28, 243 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. One led to the game losing fumble. And the big hype around that game too was Matt Stafford was without throwing an interception for 10 straight weeks.
Mhm.
He had tied and I think broken the record,
Yep.
and he was setting a bunch of other records along the way. The first interception was like a goal line tip,
Mhm.
and
Very,
intercepted by
like,
Nick Scott, a
yeah.
former Ram, and then the other one was a 48-yard pick six.
Mhm. And I think
Um,
that one also kinda went through the hands of a receiver as well.
no, he threw it behind Puka
Oh,
Nakua.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. And that was a 48-yard touchdown by Mike Jackson. Bryce Young was 15 for 20, 206 yards, 3 TDs, 0 INTs. He was sacked twice. And as a team, because collectively him, Chuba Hubbard, and Rico Dowdell, they had 40 rushes for 164 yards on the ground, which I don't think is terrible. I think the Rams said it best whenever it happened. It was a very humbling game for them. I
Yeah.
think they were honestly kind of looking past it,
Mhm.
and it was a trap game for them.
Yeah.
And I don't imagine
It's
them
happening this
making.
time. Yeah.
I don't imagine them making up that
And, like,
mistake
the
twice.
Rams do such a good job at, like, you were talking about it last week, isolating their one good player or, like, their star player
Hmm.
and then forcing them to do other things in a bend don't break
Hmm.
situation. And Rico Dowdell is pretty much their star person.
I would say just stopping the run game overall. We had a
Yeah.
really rough time with it with the Falcons, and then we didn't really have a problem with it in Arizona because they don't really have
Yeah.
that problem. Not in Arizona, but versus
Yeah.
Arizona for the last week of the season. Um, but I think we can stop the run and we're forcing Bryce Young to be in the pocket. We're getting a ton of our players back. Devontae Adams is coming back.
Mhm.
Um, we've got a couple of our linemen who have already came back. I believe Quinyon Lake is coming back, who is like a really good defensive back for us. So I overall feel pretty good about this
Yeah.
game. Obviously, I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah. I'm good picking Rams as well. Packers Bears
Uh, they again have also played this year
played
twice.
twice
They
and they
split.
split. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
one was in pretty
they were both.
fantastic fashion.
Yeah, they were both.
There was the overtime DeAndre Swift or no
Yeah,
DJ Moore.
and that was the game that Jordan Love went out
Yep.
early. Arguably, Chicago was losing that game, and
Mhm.
then Jordan Love went out, and so I mean, all this to say, probably riding Bears.
Same here.
Uh,
I
the
think they have the hot hands.
Yeah, I mean, out of their last 5, the Packers have lost 4 of them. I know their last game they did set out their whole
Yeah.
squad. Um, and then when you're looking at the one-score games, the Packers are throughout the season 4, 5, and 1 because they
Yeah.
had that tie with Dallas, which in my heart of hearts is more of a loss.
Yes.
The Bears are 7 and 4 in one-score games. If we're talking about turnover ratios, Chicago is the best turnover team
Mhm.
this season. You want to guess what their ratio is? Plus, obviously,
Plus like 18 or 19, 20, 25, 23.
22.
Ooh.
They are plus 22. The Packers are plus 1.
Oh, plus
So
one.
like here's the thing, Tucker Kraft, he's out.
Yep.
You're missing arguably top 5 tight end this year.
Mhm.
Micah Parsons is out. One of the better defensive ends
Yep.
this game.
Who could have been probably fighting for defensive player of the year.
I'm still giving it to
I
Miles
wouldn't have picked
Garrett.
him, but like you
He
can
was,
make an argument for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith, or sorry, not Devontae Smith, fucking DeAndre Swift is honestly coming alive. Colton Loveland, the way that he's finishing the season, I thought it was going to be how he started it. That's why I
Yeah.
picked him up on fantasy, but it's
Mhm.
fine. He is coming alive as a
Yeah. And
freshman
also, it
tight
was
end.
our pick for rookie of the year, like one of our picks for rookie
Yeah,
offensive. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get it,
No.
but he's coming up.
Yeah.
And I think the Bears defense is going to win more this game
Yeah.
than the offense. But competitive game in Chicago.
Bills Jaguars.
Oh, sorry. The Packers game is a 1.5 point
Yep.
spread. The Chicago is -108. Packers are -112.
Total is 45.5. I just wanted to tell, like, the betting total.
Hmm?
Total points.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bills Jags.
Bills, Jags.
A team that didn't play each other this year. Similar odds. 1.5 spread.
Yeah.
Bills are -112. The Jags are -108. Um,
I'm going to go Jags.
I'm also leaning Jags, but so okay, let me so
If
some
Josh Allen puts on a Superman cape and carries his team,
so they're really competitive in the one score game department.
yeah.
Jags are 6-3, Bills are 5-3. Turnover ratio favors the Jaguars. They are +13. The Bills are +1. The points allowed per game, the points per game for the Bills are 28.3. The opponent is 21.5. So they do tend to get into more.
Yeah. Dogfights.
Yeah. The Jags, not really. 27.9 points per game. Opponents are 19.8. The thing that I was looking at that I'm trying to make it less of a factor is Josh Allen, Sean McDermott have been in the playoffs before.
Hmm.
They have won a playoff game. However, they're not hosting it in
In Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
They're going to Jacksonville.
Haven't the Jags with Trevor Lawrence hosted a playoff, or like
They
not
haven't.
hosted, but played in a playoff game? I
I
don't
don't.
think
They
they
didn't. I
won.
don't. They haven't won. They might
Yeah.
have. They might have played in a
I think
game.
they played in one.
This is
Yeah.
Liam Cohen's first. As a head coach, he was there with the Rams, and when he was on Tampa.
And now Josh Allen doesn't have his white whale in the playoffs this year. His two biggest rivals
Mhm.
in the playoffs this year, Lamar Jackson and Patrick
Mahomes.
Mahomes. So I can see a world where the Bills go all the way, 100%. But I think the Jags are
I think the
for
Jaguars
being 13 and
defense
4. The Jags are so under talked about.
and like they're off, like especially the running game behind Etienne.
Hmm.
Like I don't think he gets enough credit. I think the problem is with the Jags is so they lost early on. What was it, like week
They
2 or
lost
3 to Cincinnati?
yeah,
Whenever Cincinnati was kind of looking really fucking ass. They split with the Texans, I believe. Um, who else? Yeah, they split with the Texans. Lost back-to-back games to the Seahawks, and they got absolutely demolished by the Rams in London. Like,
lost to the Texans 36-29.
yeah. Oh, oh no, they did split with the
Yeah, that was
Texans.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was preseason right there.
Yeah, I'm not even looking
Yeah.
at preseason. Sorry. Um, honestly, I might, I might just go off of. Damn it. You know what? I want to go with the Jaguars,
Hmm.
but just something about just the Bills being there in the playoffs and just knowing what needs to get done. But I think the
Well, I
Jaguars
think your
are.
heart is telling you to pick the Bills.
Yeah,
And
they
you've done
are.
this many a times, Matt.
And so that's why I'm saying just put me down as the Jags.
Okay.
And we're just gonna keep going.
49ers, Eagles.
This is when I got to stop writing my notes as detailed oriented as it was.
Um,
Eagles are the -230 favorite, which honestly I thought was kind of overrated.
yeah.
4.5 point spread, and the Niners are +190.
I'm picking
The
the upset. I'm picking 49ers over Eagles.
I am as well. Here's some things that scare me. The turnover ratio for the Eagles +6.
Okay.
For the Niners, -6.
Ooh.
The defense is just not the defense is holding them in games,
But they're not getting the ball back.
and the other thing is too is fucking Brock Purdy and Mac, they
And Mac Jones,
throw
yeah.
a ton of interceptions. And then so I'm not putting it all on the defense.
Mhm.
The offense turns the ball over a
Yeah.
bunch. Now it's in Philadelphia, and the 49ers are 25 they're scoring 25.7 points per game and they're allowing 21.8. The Eagles are 23.3 points per game and they're allowing 19.1. I don't know. And like the thing is that scares me most about the Eagles is their lack of urgency in the second half.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting at too. Is just like their offense isn't the same as it was last year.
And this is the team that like stayed for the most part pretty same to how they won the Super Bowl, and they have just not lived up to the expectation.
Yeah,
Except for they've gotten here.
yeah. It's just like
But very lackluster.
every week I'm just sitting there like there's just something off with the Eagles. I think you've said it too, and I think a lot of other sports commentators too are saying it was like there's just something missing with the Eagles. And that's kind of where I'm laying my
After this, I'm pretty much out of notes. I'm not even
I was like I'm setting my hat, settling down with the 49ers.
I am too. But
Yeah.
honestly, it's honestly the game I'm least sure about.
Yeah.
Actually, I think
There's
Bills and Jags I'm also pretty
unsure about.
and the Texans Steelers. But on the NFC side is the game I am least sure about.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Chargers Patriots. I'm going easily the Patriots.
Patriots are minus 192. They are looking at the Chargers are plus 160. Spread is 3.5.
I just think
honestly, I agree with you. I think the Patriots are just looking at the better team.
I think it's going to be a
touchdown
touchdown score game, not New England with the point. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to go Patriots.
Yeah.
Who is here? Did you lock the door?
I didn't lock the door.
I'm assuming that's Aaron then, since he has keys.
Hello there.
What's up, buddy? Oh, nice. Sweet.
Texans Steelers. You already know what I'm picking. I'm going Steelers.
I need your help convincing me, like, if I'm on the fence, and if I'm a casual fan, I'm on the fence. Sell me on why the Steelers.
Aaron Rodgers. 4-time MVP, multiple time.
When was the last time he won the MVP?
A long time ago.
Yeah.
But still, he has all these years of fucking. Actually, no, in this decade, 2021 was it? 2022? Before he went off to
The
Jets, he won the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So like four
Four
years? Yeah.
4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah, 4 or 5 seasons ago.
The Texans.
And we also get DK Metcalf back.
Okay, let's talk about that guy. Can we pull out his stats? Because you and the bartender both said that. We got to stop acting like he's done a fucking
no, I'm not.
Season. But I've heard so many people like, oh, we're getting DK Metcalf back.
850 yards. Yeah. No, trust me.
6 touchdowns to his name.
Yeah.
Off of less than 60 receptions.
Of our receivers, he's our best one.
He's like your only one, really. Yeah, Adam Thielen, who's been wanting to retire.
Mm-hmm.
You got Ben Skoranek, who is on like just basically the punt team. I feel like. Hello.
Oh. How's it going?
I was like, odd.
2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Darnell Washington's out.
Yeah.
IR for the forearm. Because I'm sitting there like, dude, if we get Darnell Washington back for this game. But also, I mean,
I don't know if so. What's the? Honestly, I'm probably gonna ride with the Texans. Feel like I was on the fence, and then hearing you talk just got me right back on with the Texans.
There is not much hope for me as a Steelers fan.
Yeah,
trust me. Like I've been like, I will sit here and bleed the black and gold and with them every week. But there's also at that same side where it's just like, here we go again. Barely, just barely over 500. Get to the playoffs. Seen this happen before.
And like with the highest paid defense in the league, you guys don't look it
No, not at all. But I'm still picking my Steelers to win.
as you should. As you should.
Yeah. That's I can't really break it down much more without sounding like a delusional Steelers fan.
Well, just say stuff because it seems like
We started to get really hot at the end of the season, and then there was that bullshit with the Browns, which kind of ruined my like argument. But also, I'm sitting there like that seems like
before, I guess
there was that terrible no call.
No, I know
at the end, like and Aaron Rodgers, and also fucking hell, dude, like Pat Freiermuth, like I don't know what the fuck Arthur Smith's doing. Like Pat Freiermuth got you down the field in two plays, and then you throw 3 to MVS, who's covered on all 3 times. Why not try someone else? Why not try, Pat Freiermuth? Is not like he's been open. He's been your rock so far. You lost Darnell Washington.
So of their last 5, the Steelers have won 4.
Yeah.
So
they're getting hot and they're winning games against teams that everybody else is saying like, oh no, they're gonna, the other team's gonna whoop them, right?
Mhm.
Except for the Browns, where everybody said like, oh yeah, this is an easy win for the Steelers. And like the other part too, this is just me. I might just be nitpicking it or whatever.
Mm.
But it seems like the Steelers are getting a lot of no calls on DPIs because there was that Calvin Austin early contact where the Ravens defenders knocked each other out in that game.
This last week,
just literally on Sunday night. Calvin Austin got hit over the middle, and it's where Kyle Hamilton and
oh no,
Yeah.
I know that is
he got hit before.
They're playing for the ball, and if you're gonna throw it over the middle like that, you got to know that hit's coming. Like
Yeah.
that, no, get that out of here. That is not a call.
I'm just saying, like delusional Steelers fan, right?
I get it.
Yeah, like I see that shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
this was any other of the favorites of the NFL
mm.
probably would have been called. That's where I'm sitting at. I've seen it.
Yeah,
you can disagree with me all you want.
I will. I am,
and you're right to have your disagreement and opinions.
Mm.
But it's what I think. It's just like it seems like some voodoo magic's trying to happen against the Steelers.
Well, good thing they got the Catholic Church there.
Yes,
on their side.
Yeah.
Needs
to drown the field in holy water before the game.
No trivia this week. We will get back into it this next week.
Just because, now that, I hate to say it, but content's starting to go down, we're going to focus more on, the sideshow stuff, like the random, stories and stuff like that each week, and then put more into that. And that's kind of where we're going to end up heading to. I also start up school next week, but I only have classes on Mondays and Tuesdays, so.
Oh.
Or no, Mondays and Wednesdays.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought.
Yeah. So, I'll at least have, Tuesdays to just do all my research. And then, we can record on, Wednesdays from here on out. And
oh, you want to record on Wednesdays now?
I'm saying, in the postseason.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because then I can just edit all day Thursday.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then just focus on homework after that. Yeah.
This is news to me.
I don't know.
I've been setting my schedule to try to.
No, I've been playing with this idea in my head of, how I'm going to do shit. But honestly, if you're fixing your schedule around on Tuesdays, let's just keep it on Tuesdays then.
Or just
keep it consistent.
If you're going to have stuff just whenever you start thinking about that, just include me in the conversation so I know.
No, this was kind of I came up with this idea in my head last night.
And you're just not speaking it into existence?
My mind is an enigma.
Okay. There's a lot going on up there.
There is. But we'll catch you guys next week for episode 100.
Yeah.
Which will,
We got to think of something fun to do. Because, we're only going to have, so many games to cover.
Yeah.
We should think of something to do.
Okay,
I'm not saying right now.
I know.
I'm just saying just in general.
I was trying to think of something to come up with just right now.
Yeah.
But, I couldn't off the top of my head. Yeah, thank you guys for joining the MattCast podcast. We'll catch you guys next week.
You know what we didn't do? Shout out Hart Ventures Electrical Services.
Well, we actually just did it, so
Free estimates, all his stuff's down below. He's in one of our corners. My corner?
your corner.
My corner.
Yeah, right on your left shoulder. Yep, you're patting him. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.